recording this because I don't know what this person's intentions is in this Santa Fe, right? I don't know what this cat's on. I don't know if he left his blinker on or what, but this is stuff that I be taping just in case. Little bonus footage for y'all. Okay, he ain't. See? This is stuff that I tape. You see this stuff? You see this stuff? Bonus footage. This is stuff for driving so many years. This is stuff that you catch. Crafty, shady vehicles. Unsafe, reckless driving. Now, if that Impala had made a left into the far right lane, he would have smacked that car. And he would have had to ask Big Papita 396 for footage of that. Because a lot of us don't have dash cameras. So I just tape stuff. Because you never know. It could be the moment that you actually need that footage. Yeah, so it's crazy, ain't it? That's crazy. I wanted to speak on dispatch, man. Communication. Our current system that we have right now, it is a system where you have to call into this, I guess you could call it, this hotline. It's basically a hotline. And the hotline directs you to whoever's available. You're not going to get, let's just say Suzanne. And Suzanne is very polite with you. She always helps you. She's very attentive. She listens to what you have to say. She gives you time to speak and finish what you have to say. She doesn't interrupt you. She doesn't cut you off. And when you give her this information, she gives you a solution to it. She helps you out. She contacts customers. Very, very nice. So we love Suzanne. But then you have somebody else named Rita. And Rita is rude. She cuts you off while you're speaking. Very hostile. Very rude. And will hang up on you while you're trying to, express what your issue is. Right? And right now, the system that they have, you're likely going to get Rita over Suzanne. And that's the problem. We have a system where you can't call who you usually call. We used to have a person that we would call, and she was like the Michael Jordan of this. And all the drivers know who I'm talking about. She was like the Michael Jordan of this, and she still is. It's just I've never ever since they created this program where you have to call this hotline and you don't know who you're gonna get, I haven't been able to speak with that person ever again. I'm like, dude, what the heck? Like, hey, could you move these stops around? Can you do this? Can you do that? Trying to get this sequence. Well, use the feedback system. Use the feedback system. All right, and it's like, really? I need about like 6 or 7 stops. You put in for these stops to be sequenced. They don't, do it. You check the feedback system. All you see is submit it. You don't see nothing action. But somebody in dispatch who's pretty cool. So I'm not dumping on dispatch. I'm not dumping on them, because the person that I usually get sometimes in the afternoon, she's good. She's pretty good. You know, she's pretty good. She's not Rita. Right? She might not be Michael Jordan, but she's a Hall of Famer. She's let's see. I don't know the proper she's a Hall of Famer, just put it like that. You know, she might not be Michael Jordan, but she's Dwayne Wade. So the company needs to take into account how communication affects us. Communication is very important. Keep in mind that we're operating a truck that could go anywhere from 19 tons to about 31, 32 tons. We have a lot of responsibility as commercial drivers. So how you communicate can affect the driver's mood. The driver's in a bad mood, is he gonna really be focused? Is he gonna really be doing 369, or is he gonna be frustrated, agitated, upset? That's why communication is important. That's why integrity, respect, that's why that's important. We don't, like I've said in another video, you have no idea what a driver's going through personally. This is why communication is very important. These are one of the guidelines and the things within the code of conduct. But this is why, you know, integrity, respect, why these things are important. Why? Because it affects drivers' mood and how they drive and their attitude and their morale when they get on the road. All of this stuff counts. All of this stuff counts. Everything counts. That's my rant.